strips. Now for the avocado, I've never really figured out the best way to slice an avocado. I usually just kind of roughly do it in half, kind of rotate it around the blade like so, and then that pretty neatly splits it in half. So now what I do is just kind of make little cuts right into the flesh of the avocado. The idea is we want to make thin little slices, right, like that. Kind of like that. Just little thin cuts of avocado, right, like that. And just kind of scoop them out. See, little thin slices, like so. Finally, for the imitation crab, I usually just split a piece down the middle. Like so. So you have roughly 2 equal half pieces. And then I take those and split each of those right down the middle. Like that. So you end up with sort of 4 quadrants. And then I usually just cut those in half, like that. Okay, let's start with your basic kappa monkey or cucumber roll. Take your sheet of nori. Now, it's maybe hard to see in the video here, but it has like kind of horizontal score marks on it. Now you want to fold it in half parallel to those score marks. Like that. And then split it in 2. You may or may not need a knife. It usually just kind of comes clean apart for me. And put your half sheet of nori on your mat. Now the mat, again, this is going to be kind of hard to see, but it has that kind of like a flat edge to it, and you want that flat edge facing up. So take your half sheet of nori. Then also notice it has a kind of a dull side and a shiny side. The dull side should always face the rice because I think it kind of, the added texture helps grip and hold on to the rice. So in this case, we want the dull side facing up. Remember your hand vinegar. That's a rough, just get a big bowl of water and dump a little bit of vinegar in it. And dip your hands in it and then kind of knock off all the excess water. Grab yourself a good handful of rice. It's going to be kind of difficult to describe, but basically you want to eyeball it. Basically you want enough rice to cover your sheet of nori with a thin layer. You want to go all the way to the bottom on one side, but you want to leave about 1/4 of an inch strip on top. Now, if you're a noob like me, you can just, and you grab not enough rice, just go back and grab some more. Professional sushi chefs are probably going, ha ha ha, I can eyeball that amount, the correct amount in my sleep, you foolish gaijin. Anyways, I'm not a professional sushi chef, obviously. Now at this point, you might want to put a little dab of wasabi down and kind of smooth it over the length of the roll. Be very careful with this stuff. It's quite potent. Now grab yourself some of your little cucumber fingers and just kind of put them right down the middle, like so. Now it's time to roll. The idea is we want to basically use the mat to kind of roll this into a tube. You're going to use hold on to the ingredients like that and roll. And I'm not good at this, so you'll have to excuse me. Kind of sort of like that, but not really. Well, there. That's actually one of the better ones I've done. See? You just kind of down right like that. Now, when it comes time to serve, get your knife, dip it in the hand vinegar, slice right in half, and then take both halves and kind of line them up. And I didn't quite get this exactly in half, so well. And then you want to cut into thirds, like so. And then just kind of arrange them on a plate, and there you have Kappamaki cucumber roll. Now let's do a California roll. For that, you'll want to take your large rolling mat and cover it with saran wrap, which is a lot harder than it sounds. Just basically, you be patient, and eventually you'll get the hang of it. Again, take a half sheet of nori with the bumpy side facing up. Hand vinegar time. Get yourself an even bigger fistful of rice, larger than the Kappamaki. Plop it down, and now in this case we're going to cover the entire sheet of nori. We're not going to leave that little gap at top. Get a nice good coat here. There, sort of like that, except hopefully in your case neater. Now a lot of people like sesame seeds on the outside of their California roll. Some people like fish eggs or roe. My market was fresh out of those, so I got the sesame seeds. Just give it a kind of a liberal sprinkling there. Now take the entire kit and caboodle and flip it. Now, again, this is the point where those who like wasabi might want to put a little dab down and sort of swipe it across the length of the roll. Now, I'm going to take some avocado. Just sort of lay it down piece by piece, end to end. Right like that, and did a pretty lousy job of that, but oh well. Now I'm going to take some of that cucumber, and excuse me while I quickly slice myself some more cucumber. There we go. Now we're going to take some cucumber there. like that. And finally, some crab. Again, right down the length of it. Now, we just roll. Get all of the ingredients all rolled up. Like so. And again, hopefully yours will be a lot neater than mine. Once again, dip your knife in the hand vinegar. Cut it evenly in half. And then into thirds. Try not to do that whole, try to avoid sawing back and forth as much as possible, because that just messes things up, as you can see here, but you get the idea. California roll. Well, there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this second real video cast of ours. Please feel free to send any comments you have to feedback@otakunopodcast.com. Next time, we're going to roll with the big dogs. We're going to get into some tuna and shrimp and yellowtail and, God, whatever else I can find at the Japanese market. Yes, it's finally time to face the fish. But don't worry, everything will be okay. It's a lot easier than you think, and I'll be here to show you how. For Otaku no Podcast, this is Donald Burr saying sayonara and jane.